Welcome everybody. So let's see what topics we covered so far. So we have seen what is SOP, what is POS, then what is standard SOP and standard POS. Then we discuss how to convert SOP into standard SOP and POS into standard POS. Then we have seen what is minterm, what is maxterm, and finally we discuss how to write given logical function using minterm and maxterm. Now let's discuss Karnaugh map representation of logical function. So already you are familiar with Boolean algebra. So by using Boolean algebra, it is possible to simplify given Boolean expression. Okay, and why simplification is required? So that also we have discussed. So from a given logical function, from given Boolean expression, what we are going to do? We are going to design a digital circuit. So if our Boolean expression is simplified, then the digital circuit which we are going to develop from that Boolean expression will also be a simplified, will also be a simple. It will contain less number of components, less number of wires, less number of transistors. Okay, so many advantages are there. So that's why simplification is required. So there is one problem with Boolean algebra. If we use Boolean algebra for simplification, then there is one problem. So what is that problem? So if number of variable present in the function which is to be simplified go on increasing, then applying Boolean algebra becomes complicated. We have seen that Boolean expression can be expressed by using SOP form, by using POS form. So in case of SOP form, number of product terms are present. In case of POS form, number of sum terms are present. Okay, so if those terms, if number of product term, number of sum terms present in function go on increasing, then using Boolean algebra to simplify such expression becomes tedious. Okay, so that's why we need another method for simplification of logical expression. And name of that method is Karnaugh map. In short, it is called as K-map. So what is K-map? So K-map is a graphical method for representation and simplification of Boolean expression. Okay, so what we can do by using K-map? So by using K-map, we can represent Boolean expression. So already we have seen that there are different methods are available for representing Boolean expression. So we can represent Boolean expression by using truth table. We can represent Boolean expression in SOP form, in POS form. Okay, so in same way, K-map is also one method that can be used for representing given Boolean expression. But K-map is not only used for representation, okay, but it is used for simplification. It is also used for simplification of Boolean expression. By using K-map, it is possible to simplify given Boolean expression. And using K-map for simplification of Boolean expression is systematic approach. Okay, because there are some predefined steps which we have to follow whenever some Boolean expression is to be simplified by using K-map. Suppose you are given truth table, then it is possible to represent all information present in truth table on K-map. Okay, so what truth table contain? What information is present in truth table? So in truth table, we have seen that input columns are present, output column is present, and truth table gives information about output. Okay, output for different input combination. So all this information, whatever information present in truth table, can also be shown in K-map. Then suppose you have given some logical function in SOP or POS form. Then it is also possible to show that particular logical expression on K-map. Okay, so that's why we have discussed SOP and POS. When we discuss SOP and POS, at that time I told you why we are discussing SOP, why we are discussing standard SOP. Because finally, what we are going to do, we are going to use K-map for simplifying Boolean expression. Okay, but here it is compulsory that the Boolean expression which is to be simplified by using K-map, it should be either in standard SOP form or standard POS form. So suppose you have given some Boolean function which is not in SOP form, which is not in standard SOP form, or which is not in standard POS form. Then what you have to do? First of all, you have to bring that particular function from SOP either into standard SOP or from POS into standard POS. So once your Boolean function is in standard SOP or standard QoS form, then it is possible to represent that particular function on K-map. Are you getting? So this is one use of K-map. It is used for representation of Boolean expression. Then K-map can be used for any number of variables. So we are going to see that we have 2 variable K-map, we can have 3 variable K-map, okay, 4 variable K-map. So we can have n variable K-map, right? But generally it is used up to 6 variable. And we are going to limit our discussion up to 4 variable K-map. Now let's discuss K-map for 2 variable logical function. So already you know what is meant by logical function. So this logical function can have only values either 1 or 0. Now it is 2 variable logical function, means this function can have 2 variables, 2 input variable, like suppose A and B. So now we are going to see how K-map for 2 variable logical function will look like. So here I am making one general statement. In n variable K-map, there will be 2 raised to n cell. So if we have n variable K-map, then that K-map will contain how many cells? 2 raised to n cell. We are going to see a format of K-map. So here try to understand that every K-map will have some cells. Okay, so in Excel you are familiar with cell. So same type of cell we have in K-map. So if we have n variable K-map, then that n variable K-map can contain 2 raised to n cells. Now see example of 2 variable K-map. So 2 variable K-map will look something like this. Now tell me how many cells should be present in 2 variable K-map? Yes, so 2 raised to 2. So in 2 variable K-map we should have 4 cells. This is format of 2 variable K-map. So can you see here 4 cells? Yes. So here you can see 4 cells. So this is cell number 0. Then this is cell number 1, cell number 2, and cell number 3. So these are 4 cells. Now let's try to understand this 2 variable K-map, format of this 2 variable K-map. So which are the 2 variables? Let's assume that those 2 variables are A and B. Now here I am assuming that suppose A is MSB and B is LSB. So suppose we have some function of 2 variables, that is A and B. So here I am assuming that A is MSB and B is LSB. So here I have written that A here. Okay. So in some book you will find this MSB on top side and you will find LSB on bottom side. Okay. So don't get confused. You can follow any approach, but it will be better if you use the approach which I am going to follow. So I will write this MSB on bottom side and LSB, I will write LSB on top side. Now, what is this A? Yes, A is a logical variable. Yes or no? A and B, they are logical variables. So this A can have 2 values, that is 0 and 1. So see, what you have to do. Now can you tell me in this K-map how many rows are there? There are 2 rows. So this is first row and this is second row. So this first row of K-map should be labeled by 0. So what is this 0? So 0, this is first possible value for variable A. Okay, then next row in this K-map should be labeled by 1. What is this 1? So 1 is next possible value of this variable A. So it is over. Now let's try to understand column. So how many columns are there? 2 columns. So each column should be labeled by some value. So here see, we have variable B. So B is again logical variable, and we know that logical variable can have values either 0 or 1. So here this first column, it should be labeled by 0. So what is this 0? So 0 is first possible value of this variable B, right? Then next column should be labeled by 1. What is this 1? So 1 is again next possible value of this variable B. So in this way, what you have to do, first of all, you have to draw this diagram, okay, and then all rows should be labeled by 0 and 1, and column should be labeled by again 0 and 1. Now I hope you understood how this labeling is done. Then consider this first cell, or I will call it as a cell number 0. So why I am calling it as cell number 0? Why not cell number 1? Okay, so please try to understand. So can you tell me what are values of A and B corresponding to this cell? Yes, that is my question. What are values of A and B corresponding to this cell? So what is the value of A for this cell? You see, This is our cell number 0. So for this cell number 0, can you tell me what is value of A? Yes, value of A is 0, right? Here I am writing this 0 first. Why? Because I am considering this A as EMSB. I am considering this A as EMSB. So that's why here first of all I will write this 0. Then what is value of B for this particular cell? It is 0. So can I say that 0 0 is a binary number assigned to this cell? Okay, so this is binary number. Just convert it into a decimal. I will get this 0. Right? Now consider next cell. For this next cell, what is value of A? Yes, it is 0. So see, first of all, I am writing value of A because I am considering A as MSB. Then what is value of B? So value of B for this particular cell is 1. So this is binary number which is corresponding to this cell 0 1. So if I convert 0 1 into decimal, I will get 1. Right? So I can say that now this is cell number 1. Now consider this cell. So for this cell, what is value of A? So see, value of A is 1, right? So for this cell, value of A is 1. So I will write that 1 here. For this cell, what is value of B? So value of B is 0. So I will write that 0 here. So see, here we are getting 0 1, and here we are getting 1 0. So these are binary numbers. Okay. So though they are looking same, their values are different. Okay. So please understand, these are binary numbers. So this is 0 1 and this is 1 0. So this is 1 0 in binary. If I convert it into decimal, I will get 2. So here this order is important, right? So here I cannot take 1 first and then 0. No, because why? Because here I have considered A as energy. Okay. Then this 1 0 convert it into a decimal, you will get this 2. Then consider this cell. So for this cell, what is value of A? Value of A is 1. What is value of B? Value of B is 1. So 1 1. It is a binary number. So convert this binary number into decimal. So again I am saying, please try to understand binary number system, decimal number system. You should be able to convert binary into decimal and decimal into binary. Then only you will understand all these things. Otherwise, not possible. So binary equivalent for this cell is 1 1. So convert this 1 1 into decimal, you will get this 3. So this is cell number 3. I hope you have understood. Then consider next statement. Each cell corresponds to one of the combination of n variables. So in n variable K-map, we have seen that we can have 2 raised to n cell, and out of that 2 raised to n cell, each cell corresponds to one of the combination of n variable. Okay, so if we have n variable, then how many different combinations are possible for that n variable? Yes, it will be 2 raised to n. So we have in K-map, we have 2 raised to n cell, and each cell in K-map will correspond to one combination, one particular combination of this n variable. Now let's try to understand it with the help of this 2 variable K-map. So for understanding this third point, here we will take one example. Suppose we have one function. So this is function of how many variables? 2 variables. What is use of K-map? Yes, have you understood what is use of K-map? So K-map is used for representation and simplification of logical function. So this is logical function. So if you want to simplify it, you can use K-map. So which K-map should be used here? Yes. For that, what you have to do, you have to observe how many variables are present in this function. So this function contains 2 variables. So that's why I should use 2 variable K-map. Now I have drawn 2 variable K-map again here. So here again you can see that a variable A, variable B. So variable A is KMSB, variable B is LSB. Then rows of this K-map, they are labeled by 0 and 1. So this 0 and 1 are possible values of variable A. Then column of this K-map are labeled by 0 and 1. So this 0 and 1 are possible values of this variable B. Now consider this statement. What this statement says: each cell in the K-map correspond to one of the combination of n variables. Okay, so here we have 2 variables A and B. So by using this 2 variables, how many combinations are possible? 4 combinations are possible. So can you help me to write those 4 combinations? Your first combination will be A prime, B prime. Then second combination will be A A prime P. Third combination is A B prime. Okay, and last combination which is possible is A B. So drawing with mouse is really difficult. Okay, so I hope it is visible, clearly visible to you. Now again come back to this K-map. Now consider this first cell. So this first cell of this K-map will correspond to one out of this four combination. Now this first cell of this K-map will correspond to one out of this four combination. So which is that combination? So for that, see, for this cell, what is the value of A? Value of A is 0. What is the value of B? Value of B is 0. Okay, so A and B, A and B both are 0, 0 for this cell, right? So this cell should correspond to which input combination? Yes, it is A prime, B prime. Here we have taken complement of both variables, right? Then consider next cell. So for next cell, what is the value of A? Value of A is 0. What is the value of B? Value of B is 1. This cell should correspond to which input combination? So A is 0, so that's why A prime, and B is 1, so that's why B. Okay. Similarly, consider this cell. So for this cell, what is the value of A? 1. What is the value of B? 0. So this cell should correspond to which input combination? So A is 1, right? So that's why A, and B is 0, so that's why B prime. Then consider this last cell. So for this last cell, what is the value of A? Yes, 1. What is the value of B? Yes, it is 1. For this cell, value of A and B are 1, 1. So this cell will correspond to which input combination? Yes, it is AB. Then gray code has been used in K-map. So this is the general statement which I have made regarding K-map. So what is this gray code that we will discuss later on. So right now, just remember this point. In K-map, we use gray code, and why we use only gray code, so that also we will see later on. Okay. So I hope for now two variable K-map is clear to you.